It's been a really successful Tuesday on the road for the Bucks. They've won 2-1 away at Bradford Park Avenue this evening, and that's lifted them up to 6th in the National League North table. And I have a very happy manager, Gavin Cowan, with me. Gavin, you're kind of bouncing around up here, obviously really pleased with that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's, as I've just said on the radio there, you know, after two really high energy games against Orient, I think it shows real great resilience to bounce back, and it just shows the character of the players and how far we've come, you know. So yeah, absolutely ecstatic with that result.
Were you concerned that getting a reaction from them after Saturday and that might be difficult? Or?
I think just in terms of football behaviour, you see it a lot, don't you, in football, where a team will play a part in a high energy fixture and suffer from it after. But in terms of my players, I've got high standards for them, and you know, we spoke a lot about that high standards and high energy before the game, and they seem to respond. Again, I didn't think for 20 minutes we got to grips with the conditions. I thought we were a little bit behind and we were a little bit reactive as opposed to proactive. But as the game wore on and we sort of felt our way into it, and we started to become a little bit more efficient and understood that tonight wasn't a game of, you know, playing our patterns. It was about getting it into their half and then, you know, sort of expressing ourselves then. And again, but just at times when we just needed that little bit of efficiency to get into the opposition's half, we need to ask more questions, you know, and that's what we've learned from Orient, really. You know, you look at the difference between us and them. They were just efficient. They ask good questions all of the time. Again, like I said the other day, they're like a boxer that doesn't waste punches. It needs to be a little bit more like that. Ask questions of the opposition when it's, you know, sometimes it's easier just to kick the ball out of play, and sometimes we need to keep it alive and give ourselves a chance. So we started to do that more and more in the game, and you know, we were fully in control. Disappointed with conceding the goal. I think we can do better. Andy's a little bit sort of glued to his line. I think Joffrey loses his man as he's just come and admitted to me that I haven't seen it back, but it shouldn't be bouncing in the box like that. But in terms of, you know, the game management after that and the professionalism is what I've been banging on to him about. So really pleased.
Sure. When you're in a tight game like that, I mean, it was goalless at half time, not very many chances. Are you looking for somebody to do something to unpick the lock? And James McQuilkin did that, didn't he, with that goal? Yeah,
it was fantastic. I thought his performance was just full of energy. You know, again, I just said there that it doesn't matter whether he's playing in front of a packed house at the New Ted or one man and his dog here. You know, it's that's no disrespect to Bradford. Obviously, it's just a completely different atmosphere than Saturday. But he's just like a kid in a sweet shop when he's on the football pitch. Nothing phases him. You know, he could be at Wembley in front of 100,000 people, he wouldn't be fussed. You know, he could be playing in the park. Again, he's just the same person. He loves football. He's enthusiastic, and you know, when he's on it like that, it's brilliant for all of us. But I thought he was one of a few. I thought Ellis Dealey was magnificent again. You know, shows why I call him the general. You know, because when he grabs the game by the scruff of the neck, you know, the lads don't really want to go against him. And then I thought Don came in seamlessly, which again I think warrants my decision to send him out on loan. I think beforehand he was unfit, you know, lacking match fitness, and he's gone out and got games and come back and steps in seamlessly when we've needed him. So really pleased with him. But you know, in terms of the whole performance, again, I feel like we can be efficient at times, game management, a little bit more professionalism. But you know, I've told the lads, you know, on certain terms there, at this stage of the season they need to be sort of prerequisites going into the game, and they agree. You know, they get their say, and they absolutely agree with that. But when we were on it, we were good tonight, and we go up against what's a very good Bradford side. You know, a team that haven't lost since the back end of January. So it's unbelievable to come here and get a win, and you know, even more so the reaction of the performance, like you say, that's what really pleases me.
Sure. And I guess now the challenge is to carry that on into the remaining 7 games, isn't it?
Well, it's so important, you know, one game at a time, but you know, back-to-back wins on Saturday. That's what we're aiming for against Blythe at home. Again, we don't need to be in a rush to win any games, but you know, we want to get them to our place. And again, Blythe, you know, one week they can, you know, look at their results, and one week they destroy teams, and the next week they get beaten. It's sort of, you know, you can't really understand the reason why. I suppose they sum up the league, but you know, we need to be on our mettle for them, because you know, Alan Armstrong, you know, they're a good side on their day, so we need to be prepared for the best possible Blythe. And I think the lads will do that. I think, you know, they want to take tonight on into that game, and like I say, we're really taking each game as it comes, but we need to cement those playoff places now.
Sure. And with that win tonight, does that kind of, you feel like what's happened over the trophy and whatever, that's kind of everybody's systems, you know, that's gone and we move on, and now it's about the remaining league games?
Yeah, like I say, you know, when it's done, it's done. It was an unbelievable journey, an unbelievable roller coaster on the trophy, and we've got those memories forever. You know, they'll be etched in our history, won't they? And that's brilliant. And unfortunately, we couldn't bring it full circle, but it was an unbelievable achievement. But now it's gone. You know, we need to focus on the present. I'm very big on that, as you know. And we need to focus on making this season an out-and-out success, not just a season to remember. You know, an out-and-out success. And that's, you know, I'm not here to, as I said in the cup, we haven't come this far to come this far. We've now got to really, you know, focus on driving it over that line. And getting into some good form and making sure we cement it early. You know, I don't want to be talking about the last game of the season. I want to really try and drive it home now. So, look, it's in our hands, but football is football. You know, we're going to have to go and earn it, and every game is a cup final for us now. 7 games of cup finals to then go into a couple more. So, you know, we're preparing the lads best as possible, and with performances like that, we're not going to go too far wrong.
Sure, and those home games are important. There's 4 left, and getting the support of that home crowd can really sort of like get you over the line, can't it?
Well, you know, I think first of all, let's focus on those supporters tonight. I mean, you know, hats off to them. They travel all this way. They've got to get for work in the morning. They're spending all their money. Loads of them tonight. You know, I didn't really take it back and take it in, but as we're coming off the pitch there, look how many have travelled again. You know, we're really bringing the club back together again, and you know, on Saturday it just proved it. Look at the community we've got. Look at the fan base that we've got, and everybody needs to come out and support us. Come, you know, win, lose or draw, because ultimately that's the mark of a great club. You know, we don't just want to be that club that has a good support when we're winning games. We want them around, you know, regardless of how it's going. It's going well at the moment, and we hope that that's going to continue. We're going to be working hard, but they've got to keep coming out and supporting us. You know, they've got to keep coming out and being a part of this, because I think people feel part of it. We just spoke there a little bit. You know, it's everybody. It's me. It's you. We're all part of this now, regardless of what role you play, and that's common unity, isn't it? And everybody's got to realise that if they want to be a part of something successful, they have to play their part. We can't do it without the supporters. The supporters can't do it without us. We're all in it together. So you come out and support us, then you know, look at the difference it makes.
Okay, that's terrific. Well done tonight,
Cheers,
Gavin.
Rich.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thanks very much. Cheers.